Labor units can vary significantly between different software programs. A good starting point is to use the labor units that are provided with your estimating software. As you gain more experience with the software and develop a deeper understanding of the electrical installation process, you can adjust the labor units to improve the accuracy of your estimates. It is also beneficial to compare the labor units in your program to those published by industry organizations like NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association. This comparison can provide a general sense of whether your labor units align with industry standards. However, keep in mind that industry standards can differ from region to region, so it is important to exercise judgment when making adjustments to your labor units. The most effective way to determine the appropriate labor units for your specific business is to track your actual labor costs and compare them to your estimated labor costs. This comparison will help you identify any areas where your labor units may need adjustment. Here are some additional tips for developing accurate labor units. Firstly, break down the installation process into small, manageable tasks. Secondly, determine the average time it takes to complete each of those tasks. Thirdly, consider the skill level of the electrician who will be performing the task. Fourthly, factor in any additional time required for travel to the job site, setting up the work area, and cleaning up after the work is completed. By following these tips, you can develop accurate labor units that will help you improve your estimating accuracy and overall profitability. Accurate labor units are essential for successful electrical estimating. By understanding the factors that influence labor costs and by using a systematic approach to developing your labor units, you can improve your estimating accuracy and profitability. The factors that influence labor costs are the complexity of the project, the skill level of the electricians, the availability of materials, and the weather conditions. Estimating is a critical part of any successful construction project, and electrical work is no exception. Accurate electrical estimating requires a deep understanding of the materials, labor, and equipment needed to complete the job. One of the most important aspects of electrical estimating is determining the correct labor units. Labor units are the amount of time it takes an electrician to complete a specific task, such as installing an outlet, wiring a circuit, or terminating a cable. These labor units are typically expressed in man-hours per unit of work. Several factors influence the labor units that different contractors use. These factors include the contractor's experience, the type of work being performed, the location of the project, and the prevailing wage rates in the area. Contractors who have been in business for many years typically have a good understanding of how long it takes to complete different tasks. They may have developed their own labor units based on their experience, or they may use labor units published by industry organizations such as the National Electrical Contractors Association. The type of work being performed can also affect labor units. For example, installing new wiring in a residential home will typically take less time than installing new wiring in a commercial building. This is because commercial buildings are typically more complex and require more specialized wiring methods. The location of the project can also affect labor units. For example, projects located in urban areas may take longer to complete than projects located in rural areas. This is because urban areas typically have more traffic congestion and parking problems, which can make it difficult for electricians to get to and from the job site. The prevailing wage rates in the area can also affect labor units. Prevailing wage rates are the minimum wage rates that contractors must pay their employees on public works projects. In areas with high prevailing wage rates, contractors may be more likely to use higher labor units to account for the increased cost of labor. There are a few different approaches to determining labor units. One approach is to use labor units published by industry organizations such as the National Electrical Contractors Association. These labor units are based on industry averages and can be a good starting point for developing your own labor units. Another approach is to develop your own labor units based on your experience. This can be a more accurate approach, as it takes into account the specific type of work you perform, the location of your projects, and the skill level of your electricians. Some software programs come with pre-built labor units. These can be a convenient starting point, but it's essential to review and adjust them based on your own experience and project specifics. Remember, simply relying on default values without customization can lead to inaccurate estimates. Ultimately, the best way to determine the appropriate labor units for your business is to track your actual labor costs and compare them to your estimated labor costs. This will help you identify any areas where your labor units may need to be adjusted. Tracking your actual labor costs allows you to refine your estimates over time. This iterative process helps you create more accurate bids and improves your project profitability. Estimating software can be a valuable tool, but it's only as good as the data you input. Accurate labor units are essential for producing reliable estimates. Remember to continuously evaluate and adjust your labor units to reflect your actual costs and project conditions. Accurately estimating labor is a critical skill for electrical contractors. Understanding the factors that influence labor costs and using a systematic approach to developing your labor units will help you improve your estimating accuracy and profitability. Accurate estimates contribute to successful project management, client satisfaction, and long-term business growth. Some contractors maintain a database of completed projects. They use this historical data to refine their labor units for future projects. This data-driven approach can significantly improve the accuracy of your estimates. Software can streamline the estimating process. Look for features like customizable labor units, material cost databases, and reporting tools. Proper training in the use of estimating software is essential for maximizing its benefits. Investing in training for your staff can improve efficiency and accuracy. Consider the long-term value of accurate estimating. It can help you win more bids, manage projects effectively, and increase your profitability. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, plays a crucial role in electrical installations. Estimators need to be familiar with the NEC to accurately assess the scope of work and associated labor requirements. Understanding NEC requirements ensures code-compliant and safe installations. This knowledge is essential for accurate estimating. Many jurisdictions require permits for electrical work. The cost of permits should be factored into your estimates. Some projects may require specialized equipment, such as trenchers or aerial lift. The cost of renting or purchasing this equipment needs to be included in your estimates. It is vital to have a clear understanding of the project specifications. Reviewing blueprints, schematics, and other documents is essential for accurate estimating. Effective communication with clients and project managers is crucial. Clarifying any ambiguities or uncertainties can prevent costly mistakes. Change orders are common in construction projects. Having a system for managing change orders and their associated costs is essential. Proper documentation of all project-related information is vital. This includes contracts, specifications, change orders, and invoices. Accurate record keeping can help resolve disputes and ensure that you are properly compensated for your work. Safety is paramount in electrical work. Estimators need to factor in the cost of safety equipment and training. Providing a safe working environment is not only ethical but also reduces the risk of accidents and delays. The use of technology can improve the efficiency of electrical estimating. Software, mobile apps, and cloud-based solutions can streamline the process and improve accuracy. Collaboration is key in electrical estimating. Working closely with other team members, such as project managers and electricians, can improve the accuracy of your estimates. Continuously seek ways to improve your estimating skills. Attend industry conferences, take online courses, and read trade publications. Staying up to date on the latest trends and best practices can help you improve your estimating accuracy and profitability. Consider the impact of material price fluctuations. Building strong relationships with suppliers can help you secure competitive pricing and avoid unexpected cost increases. Negotiate favorable payment terms with your clients. This can help you manage your cash flow and reduce your financial risk. Consider the potential for delays due to weather conditions, material shortages, or other unforeseen circumstances. Building contingency into your estimates can help you mitigate these risks. Develop a comprehensive estimating checklist. This will help you ensure that you have considered all of the relevant factors when preparing your estimates. Review your estimates carefully before submitting them to your clients. Errors in your estimates can damage your reputation and cost you money. Seek feedback from your clients on your estimates. This can help you improve your estimating process and build stronger relationships. Treat every estimating opportunity as a learning experience. Analyze your past successes and failures to identify areas where you can improve. Remember that electrical estimating is a continuous process of learning and improvement. By following these tips, you can develop accurate labor units that will help you improve your estimating accuracy and profitability. One example is the installation of a standard residential electrical outlet. A contractor might estimate 1.5 man-hours to complete this task, while another might estimate 2 man-hours. The difference could be due to factors such as experience, skill level, or the complexity of the installation. When estimating conduit runs, factors like the type of conduit, the number of bends, and the difficulty of access will influence the labor units. For example, a straight run of 1-inch ENT conduit might have a lower labor unit than a similar run of rigid conduit with multiple bends and challenging access. In commercial projects, estimating the installation of lighting fixtures requires careful consideration. The type of fixture, the mounting height, and the wiring requirements will all impact the labor units. For example, installing recessed lights in a suspended ceiling will likely have a different labor unit than installing surface-mounted fluorescent fixtures. Estimating panel board installations involves several tasks, including mounting the panel, wiring the branch circuits, and labeling the breakers. Each of these tasks needs to be considered when determining the overall labor unit for panel board installation. Estimating the installation of motor control centers or MCC is often complex. Factors to consider include the size and configuration of the MCC, the wiring requirements, and the coordination with other equipment. When estimating low-voltage wiring for systems like fire alarm or data communications, it's important to consider the type of cable, the wiring method, and the termination requirements. The labor units for terminating fiber optic cables will differ significantly from those for terminating copper cables. When estimating grounding and bonding systems, factors like the type of grounding electrode, the size of the grounding conductors, and the bonding requirements will influence the labor units. Estimating the installation of transformers involves several tasks, including setting the transformer, making the primary and secondary connections, and performing testing. The size and type of transformer will affect the labor units. When estimating underground conduit installations, factors such as the depth of the trench, the type of backfill, and the presence of obstacles will influence the labor units. Estimating the installation of cable tray systems requires considering the type of cable tray, the support spacing, and the method of securing the cables. Estimating the installation of generators involves tasks such as setting the generator, making the fuel and electrical connections, and performing testing. The size and type of generator will affect the labor units. When estimating the installation of solar photovoltaic or PV systems, factors such as the type of panels, the mounting system, and the wiring requirements will influence the labor units. Estimating the installation of wind turbines involves tasks such as erecting the tower, installing the turbine, and making the electrical connections. The size and type of wind turbine will affect the labor units. Estimating the installation of electrical vehicle or EV charging stations requires considering the type of charging station, the wiring requirements, and the communication protocols. The location of the charging station will also influence the labor units. Electrical estimating is a complex process that requires a thorough understanding of the materials, labor, and equipment needed to complete the job. By carefully considering all of the factors that influence labor costs and by using a systematic approach to developing your labor units, you can improve your estimating accuracy and profitability. Some estimating software allows you to create custom assemblies, which are predefined groups of materials and labor tasks that are commonly used together. Using assemblers can save time and improve accuracy. Some contractors use time-lapse photography to document the progress of their projects. This can be helpful for tracking labor costs and identifying areas where improvements can be made. Some contractors offer value engineering services to their clients. This involves identifying ways to reduce the cost of the project without sacrificing quality or functionality. Accurate estimating is essential for successful value engineering. Some contractors specialize in specific types of electrical work, such as industrial, commercial, or residential. Specialization can allow you to develop expertise in a particular area and improve your estimating accuracy. Consider the impact of inflation on your estimates. Material prices and labor costs can increase over time, so it's important to factor in inflation when preparing long-term estimates. Stay informed about changes to the National Electrical Code. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and it's important to be aware of the latest changes. Neglecting these changes can result in code violations and costly rework. Accurate estimating is essential for ensuring that your projects are code compliant and safe. Building strong relationships with your clients is essential for success. Clients who trust you are more likely to award you repeat business and recommend you to others. Ethical behavior is essential for building trust with your clients and suppliers. Always be honest and transparent in your dealings. Treat your employees with respect and fairness. Happy and motivated employees are more productive and less likely to make mistakes. Invest in your employees' training and development. This will improve their skills and knowledge and make them more valuable to your company. Create a positive and supportive work environment. This will help attract and retain talented employees. Strive for excellence in everything you do. This will help you build a strong reputation and attract new business. Be a leader in your industry. Share your knowledge and expertise with others. Give back to your community. Support local charities and organizations. Make a positive impact in the world. By following these principles, you can build a successful and sustainable electrical contracting business. One common error is failing to account for waste. Material waste can significantly impact project costs, so it's essential to factor it into your estimates. For instance, cutting wire inevitably leads to some waste. Similarly, breakage of materials like lighting fixtures needs to be considered. Another common mistake is underestimating the time required for travel and setup. These non-productive hours can add up quickly, so it's important to track them accurately. For large projects, consider using project management software to track costs and progress. This can help you identify potential problems early on. Regularly review your estimating process and identify areas where you can improve. This will help you stay competitive and profitable. Consider the impact of taxes and insurance on your estimates. These costs can be significant, so it's important to factor them in. When estimating the cost of equipment, consider the cost of maintenance and repairs. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your equipment or reduce downtime. Have a plan for dealing with unexpected problems, such as equipment breakdowns or material shortages. Contingency planning can help you minimize the impact of these problems. Regularly evaluate your suppliers and negotiate the best possible prices. Building strong relationships with your suppliers can help you get better pricing and service. Consider the environmental impact of your projects. Use sustainable materials and practices whenever possible. Staying current with industry trends is crucial for success in electrical estimating. New technologies and materials are constantly being developed, so it's important to stay up to date. Attend trade shows and conferences to learn about the latest innovations. Electrical estimating is a challenging but rewarding career. By developing your skills and knowledge, you can make a valuable contribution to the construction industry. The process of developing accurate labor units is an iterative one. It requires constant monitoring, analysis, and adjustment. The more you refine your labor units, the more accurate your estimates will become. Remember that labor units are just one piece of the puzzle. Accurate material pricing and overhead allocation are also essential for successful electrical estimating. Consider using a cost-plus pricing model. This allows you to recover your actual cost plus a reasonable profit margin. Communicate clearly with your clients about your pricing and payment terms. This can help avoid misunderstandings and disputes. Have a written contract with all of your clients. This will protect you in case of a dispute. Consider using a surety bond. This will provide your clients with financial protection in case you fail to complete the project. Maintain adequate insurance coverage. This will protect you from liability in case of an accident. Seek legal advice when necessary. An attorney can help you navigate complex legal issues. By following these guidelines, you can minimize your risk and protect your business. Electrical estimating is a vital part of the construction industry. Accurate estimates are essential for ensuring that projects are completed on time and within budget. With dedication and hard work, you can excel in this challenging and rewarding career. Different types of projects require different levels of estimating detail. For example, a small residential project may only require a rough estimate, while a large commercial project will require a detailed estimate. The level of detail in your estimate should be appropriate for the size and complexity of the project. When preparing an estimate, it's important to identify all of the potential risks. This will help you develop a contingency plan to mitigate those risks. Potential risks include weather delays, material shortages, and labor disputes. Always be prepared for the unexpected. Develop a system for tracking your estimates. This will help you identify patterns and trends. Tracking your estimates can help you improve your estimating accuracy over time. Use a consistent estimating methodology. This will help ensure that your estimates are accurate and reliable. Review your estimating methodology regularly to identify areas where you can improve. Stay up to date on the latest estimating software and tools. New technologies can help you improve your estimating efficiency and accuracy. Attend estimating seminars and workshops. This will help you learn new skills and techniques. Network with other estimators. Sharing best practices can help you improve your estimating process. Be a mentor to other estimators. Sharing your knowledge and experience can help others succeed. Contribute to the estimating profession. This will help raise the standards of the industry. By following these principles, you can make a positive contribution to the estimating profession. Electrical estimating is more than just a job, it's a career. With dedication and hard work, you can achieve great success in this field.